Hi everyone, and welcome to Mystery Monday live on Facebook, and hello also if you're watching the replay here or on YouTube. Thank you so much for joining me tonight. My name is Lucia Byzantine and I'm a Stampin' Up demonstrator in Melbourne, Australia. Okay, so firstly, some of our promotions happening at the moment. First one's not so much a promotion, but it's an inclusion in our catalogue now. We actually have some kits, so I'm really excited to share with you our new line of creative products, and they've actually called them the Kits Collection by Stampin' Up. So what they've done is they've taken the work out of creativity and done all the hard bits for you, and now you just get to do all the fun stuff, which is craft. So each of these kits are all inclusive, so they include pre-designed projects, they've got pre-printed pieces, and even the adhesives that you need to complete your projects. So there's a wide variety of kits for all different occasions, and there are new kits being added regularly as well. So you can shop online, so either at my store, which there is a shop now button at www.luciabyzantine.stampinup.net, or the Stampin' Up site as well, and just remember to pop me down as your demonstrator as well. And I don't mean to worry anyone, but you do have to hurry a little bit as well, because the kits are available but only while supplies last. So what will happen is they will regularly update and add to their selection as well. So this way you can actually pick a kit that's right for you, which is fantastic because there are so many to choose from. Hi Lisa, hi Jenny, and hi Rails. How are you all this evening? So that was my first thing, are the kits. Now pricing $33, I think it was, with a stamp, and I might be wrong, someone might be able to let me know, and I think it's 21 or 22 without a stamp. So some of them there is actually stamping involved and you'll get the ink spot to go with them, and others are just kits which are just assembling the cards without any stamping involved, which is great as well. The other promotion that is still going is the Connect, Craft and Collect. So if you were having a workshop or have orders that you can pop together that are up to $400, once you hit $400 you get an extra $40 to spend, and that is on top of your benefits already, which are 10% of your sales. Once you get to 500, it increases to 12% of your sales. So that's another great little bonus, and that offer is available until the 14th of June. So that was our next thing. So here we go. Let me find where I've put everything. Oh, $21. Thank you, Rails. I wasn't quite sure. And hi Megan, how are you? So tonight, this is what we are using. I'm a little bit excited about this because, as you all know, I don't do cute very well. But after the snail set from the mini catalogue, I have gotten to like them a little bit. So I am actually going to use Turtle Friend from the new catalogue. And that is $28 for the stamp, but it actually does come as a bundle as well. So in the bundle you can get the punch, and that stamps out. Don't know whether you can see that without the light glaring off it, sorry. There you go. So that will punch out your little turtle, which is great, and so if you get it as a bundle it's $53. And this is great because there are just so many gorgeous little things. And then we're talking about the little bird who's a bit cute, which we'll be using tonight as well in that. But the other thing we're using are the Picture This dies. So I am concentrating on the circles, but there is also the rectangles in this as well. Hi Joan, how are you going? So there are the two, and the price for those is $59. So they're on page 164 of the catalogue, and the stamp set was page 56 of the catalogue. So I just wanted to show a way of using it, and I will use it with this. So what I am doing, I've got a few little things cut out already. So I do have my card base, and my card base is excuse me guys, card base is Pacific Point, and so that is 21 centimeters by 14.85, and I've scored it at 10.5. I've also cut out a mount which is 13.85 by 9.5. So what I'm going to do with this is actually cut out the circles. But what I am using in this is just the circles to stamp on, because I have already cut out a Mango Melody where I've used my die, and that is what I'm going to use to pop on top of my base. Okay, so if I just get started, and you can see how to use this as well. So I'm just going to grab my cut and emboss machine and pop this. So I've got my plate number 1, plate number 2, and I'll be using my 2 Perspex number 3 plates as well. Okay, and I'll pop it as much in the center as I can. Like I said, I am going to use only the circles that it cuts out, but I will use the other for another card as well. So here we go. So I'll show you basically what I'm going to do. So all of those bits I'm going to stamp on, because what I will do is I will then insert them into the little places where they belong. But this piece here I am also going to pop up on dimensionals, so that will actually stand up and away from it a little bit. Hi Gay, how are you? But like I said, this piece here I will keep, because I will show you with some of my other cards that I have been making today, that you can then use this as your base here as well. So that's got all my little white bits out. So like I said, what I'm going to do is use my turtle. And for my turtle, I am just going to stamp him in Memento, which is our black tuxedo ink. And I have just re-inked him as well, because I found I was stamping with him and he was getting a little bit light. So do remember to, if you're not getting a really nice crisp black out of your from your ink pad, do re-ink, because it just saves a little bit of money buying another one firstly, but also re-inking it just makes a world of difference. So my turtle is going down in the black, and then what I'm also going to do is pop a back on him, which is up here. So this has actually got his little back with all the actual tortoise shell, turtle shell. So sorry, you might get my hair in this, because I just have to go over it to see that I'm stamping it in the middle. So there's his shell, and see how nice and beautiful and black it is. Like I said, when I was stamping it before, it wasn't quite as black, so it does look so much nicer now that it's all re-inked as well. So what I'm also going to do is on these two little ones, stamp some little guys. So you've got two little guys as well, which can both face each other as well, because one's going one way and one's going the other way. So I'm just popping them down to the bottom of these circles, because I am going to add a little something else to them as well. Sorry if I'm stamping them right down the bottom of the screen. Okay, so two little turtles. And then they also have little shells as well. So pop those on them. So 1 and 2. Now I am also going to colour these in, and I will use the blends, but what I'm going to do is just set them aside for a little bit and just let them dry off a bit as well. Hi Gra, how are you tonight? I hope well, and your new little man is gorgeous. Gra has just had another little grandson, and I can't remember when he was born. Gra, on Friday? I'm not sure, but he's just beautiful. So now there is a stamp as well that's just got Forever Friends on it. So still in the black. I'll pop him down as well. The other thing, like I said, I'm trying to use as much from the stamp as I can from the set. So I'll just bring that into the corner so you can see what else is on there. But I am going to use the little hearts, and I will use real red, because what other colour could you have hearts in? So some little hearts to go. And then the other thing that I will stamp is there is a party hat. So let me find my party hat. Sorry, I just have to clean a stamp so I can pop my party hat on there. Okay, and the party hat I will do in Granny Apple Green. So this will be a nice bright little card. Oh my gosh, George is a week old already. Wow, it was a little while ago he was born. Time flies. Okay, one green little hat. Now, with these other two little guys, I am going to also use the gorgeous little bird. And I will use for him Pacific Point. And I will pop him just on the back of one of these little turtles. Now, because these stamps are photopolymer, you can actually see through them, so you can actually see where you're placing them as well, which is really handy. So just sitting on his back. And on the other one, what I might do is pop a little party hat on the back of him. Because, oh, I could probably put it on his head. Might be a bit big for him, but we'll go for it anyway. We'll see how we go. Oh, these stamps are really cute for little kids, I reckon too, Gra. They would love playing with them. Okay, the last one I stamped on his back, but this one I am going to try and put on his head. and see if it works. Like I said, it might look a little bit big. Oh, that's not too bad. I think we can live with him. So we have these two little ones done. That's done. And this one, okay. Oh, and party hat for our big one as well. And that one I will do in real red as well. Party hat. Thank you, Paula. They are cute, aren't they? Just like I said, I've not ever really done cute, but the last couple of catalogues, there's been some really gorgeous sets. There you go, and he just fits, which is great. See how this one just fits the curve of his head just a little bit better than the tiny little one, but he still looks fine. I think that's not a problem at all. So what I have then done, like I said, I've just given them a bit of time to dry, and I'm just going to colour with my blends. Sorry, this will take a little bit of time, and I'm just using Granny Apple Green, and I will blend a little bit with them, but they're so tiny that there's not a lot of room for actual blending. So just bear with me for a little bit. One down. Granny Apple Green's gorgeous. It's such a lovely bright green. Probably not quite a turtle colour, but it does go with our nice bright card then. We don't really have to be true to life. One more and last one. Might use the bigger side so we're getting coloured a bit quicker. Sorry, pressure's on. Not very good colouring in quickly. If I rush too much, I go out the lines. Mind you, when you're not under pressure, it is nice and relaxing, I must admit. I do love colouring, and I do love fussy cutting, which is cutting round images by hand instead of using the cut and emboss machine. So what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to go back over with the darker Granny Apple Green. Just colour his little toes. And just a little bit of shadowing under his legs. And his head, a little bit on his shell, and the same with this guy. So not a lot, just a little bit. Oh, I'm trying to stay in the lines, I'll see how I go. So now what I'm doing again is going over with the lighter and actually blending it in so that you don't end up with that really harsh line that I had just drawn. And this is where the blends come into their own as well. So I'll show you the difference in the two. So the one on the right is the one I've blended, and the one on the left is the one that I've still got the really harsh lines on. So it does make quite a bit of difference as well. And now that I'm looking back at it, he's got a really dark bit under his neck. So let's, I've just done that with the dark too. So let's just He's just got a darker neck, that's all. So like I said, when you've got heaps of time, this is a really relaxing thing to do. And I've got heaps of people watching me, not quite so relaxing. So basically what I'm doing, I'm still just doing circular motions and just blending in those harsh lines that I had. This one here I didn't do his shell, so if we just put just a little bit of dark on that side of his shell. Lovely. So that might do us. Just okay. So now I shall bring in the rest of the card. So what I am going to do now is pop this on dimensionals. Now I've been using a few different ways today. So one way I was doing it was with the large dimensionals, but then there are also the small dimensionals. So what you want to do is actually pack this up as much as you can. Sorry, before I do that, I do need to pop a happy birthday on it too. So I've popped my happy birthday away, I think. Here we go. Now, this is something else I can show you about our new stamps as well. When you get your new stamps now, I may have mentioned last week, I can't remember, but all your stamps can actually sit on the inside of your case. So they've all got a little home. So whereas before they sat inside the two bits of, there was a perspex and a little bit of plastic, now they can actually sit in the case and you'll know exactly where they all are and be able to keep track of them a little bit easier. So I'm just going to grab my happy birthday. I'm just going to pop the happy birthday along the bottom here, and I will just do that in black. Oh, hello Beth, how are you? This must be, I watch you over night time, this must be early for you then. What time is it where you are? Have to be some ungodly hour. Okay, so happy birthday's going down. There you go. So now I'll do what I was saying before and pack the back of it. So there are the dimensionals, but the other thing I found that was great to use are the foam adhesive strips. So to find all the adhesives, they're on page 167. So like I said, you've got your dimensionals. Oh my God, 6 AM. Yeah, that's way too early. Thank you very much for watching though. Beth is in America and I can't remember exactly where she is, but like I said, it's obviously very early in the morning there. So what I have done with this, and it actually gives it quite a nice look too, is popped it all the way around, because what you want is for it not to sag in the middle at all. So we did use these, and there'd be a few ladies that did one of my classes and we made shaker cards, and this is the foam adhesive strips that we used for the shaker cards. So exactly the same thing. Now because it's not a shaker card, it doesn't matter if you do have little gaps, that's fine. But I am also going to pop some little bits, oops, sorry about that, some little bits in and around, just so that things don't, like I said, don't sag too much. I can't even remember. I was going to say, I'm not usually up at 6 o'clock at all. I reckon my earliest I would ever get up, Beth, is probably 6:30 when I was being really good and going for walks. But even that now has kind of stopped. Not being quite as good as I was before. Yeah, I think these foam strips are just what's required for this as well. Just work nicely. You think I've got a lot of foam on this? You should have seen how many dimensionals I had on the other one as well. That was just dimensional city. But like I said, I just don't want it to sort of sink in anywhere. So what I will do now is bring back my Pacific Point card base, and we will take off all our backing. Sorry, it's a bit boring. You're watching me do all these boring things and not fun things now. Oh, he's already off. And I do recall once watching another demonstrator and she had forgotten to take half of her backs off. So do go back and just make sure that they're all off. Now what I always do is just so that I can get it as straight as I can and I know what the area around that I've got is I put it on upside down first, just so I've got some idea. And like if you're making your own cards, you usually do know what you're doing, but if you're making from a kit or something, that's a good way of judging exactly where it's got to go on your card then. So like I said, that's all nice and raised now, and you've got all that white around it, so it looks nice and neat. And then just with some glue, thank you, Gay. Just with some glue, I'm going to just go around all my little circles now, and these I'm just going to drop into the holes and stick them down. So it is really an easy card, but you can make it as complex as you want it to be, because you could put so many different things inside the circles as well. Now I hope all my friends in Melbourne have been keeping busy and finding things to do at home. We're in lockdown again here in Melbourne. Hopefully we've been a week and a bit. Hopefully by the end of this week we may be out of it. We've got a long weekend this weekend, so it may be after the long weekend perhaps. I'm glad it's relaxing for you. Yeah, this is one set, Beth, that I never ever thought I would buy, because I was saying to the other girls, I'm not a very cutie pie person, but this is so cute. They are like little potholes. I'll show you another one I've made later, Paula, which I've used. Well, they're not potholes, but they've got like a little barn fence or something in it. So not like potholes at all, really, but something a little bit different in the holes at least, anyway. They are like portholes. My God, I can't even read my thing. My computer's too far away from me. Oh, actually, if you had, yeah, a stamp set with a ship or something on it, that would be fantastic. That would work great, because they could be little portholes then. Okay. And last one going in. He's probably a little bit crooked. I don't think I can turn him now. But there you go. That's our cute little card. So that was tonight's, and I have copied one that I made earlier, which is this one here. So I've just done different, well, all the same colour except for the top. And that one there I did use the foam adhesive strips as well, but I will show you some others because I have played heaps. Like I said, in lockdown, it means we've got plenty of time. I've only got one son at school, and the other one's at home with me because he's at uni and on holidays. So this is my little girl version. So I have stamped everything in pink, and I just wanted to show you here as well. I've put the little streamers behind this turtle, and the way I did that was I stamped the turtle first, then I stamped him again, but just out of some photocopy paper, which is really thin. And then I have just placed it on top, stamped my streamers, and then taken it off, and it looks like the streamers are then going behind your little turtle. So that's called masking. So that's a great little technique to use when you're wanting something behind something that you have already stamped. So they're my cutesy pie ones. And one more, I've got my little farm animals as well. So he's a bit cute, and what I've done with this is I've put all the cows, not the cow, the horse and the pig, down lower, but then I've actually cut out their little hooves and stuck them on top of the circles, and put some, they were meant to resemble a barn door. I did put those directly behind, but I kind of wished I had stuck them down as well now. I think that might have looked a little bit better. But the farm animals are cute too. They're so sweet. So this one I've actually borrowed from a girlfriend who had the farm animals. So thank you very much for that, Bronwyn. But they are adorable. Now the others that I made, which are a little bit more my style, I must admit, are these ones here with some of the designer series paper behind them. So I've got those two there, and now the other thing, and I was saying that there's, in the dies, there are the circles, but then there are also the rectangles. So I did make one, oh sorry, dimensional stuck in amongst it all. There is one there with the rectangles as well. So that is my, they are all my little cards. So I don't think there was anything else I had to tell you about them. If you do place an order, I still have a host code going this month as well. I do have a class. I have a class on Friday, which is already booked out, but I will have a class for July, and we will be using the turtle set because it is just so cute. So I do have a card somewhere. So this will be one of the cards that we'll do for our class next month as well. So this is a little spinner card. Oh, it's got all your little bits that come around as well. So just a little sneak peek there. But I hope you've enjoyed tonight. I hope that's shown you a way to use this fantastic die. I'm sure there are other ways. But just using it so that you've got your designer series paper, your images down lower, and then popping this up a little bit higher. Oh, here we go. See, some of these ones I've used dimensionals. So like I said, it's still giving you the same effect, whether you use the dimensionals or the adhesive strips. But if you've got the adhesive strips, I just think they're probably a little bit easier just to pop down as well. So thank you very much everyone for watching, much appreciated. If you would like to share the video with anyone, I would love that as well. Otherwise I will see you next week. Thank you very much. Thank you, Joan, and thank you, Gay. Thanks a lot. Talk to you later. Bye.